Hi everyone, hope you all are doing good and welcome back to Quality Management Series. So today's topic is Introduction to Hospital-Acquired Infection, and the primary concern of every healthcare facility is to control the spread of infection and to minimize the number of hospital-acquired infection. Actually, the element present in the environment facilitates the spread of infection. So this topic includes all these things. The types of HAI, the pathways of transmission, and many more things. So let's begin with our topic. So starting with another main topic of infection control. Now we are talking about the introduction part of HAI, because before proceeding towards the types and detail, we should know about the basics. Then only you will apply the bundle if you know the basics. So hospital-acquired infection are also called as nosocomial infection, and the risk of HAI is dependent on the infection control practices at the facility. So moving towards the origin and definition, actually the nosocomial word come from the Greek language. Here you can see in the slide that nosos means disease and comial means to take care of. So these infections are those occurring within 48 hours of hospital admissions, 3 days of discharge or 30 days of an operation. So there are different types of HAI. I just named them right now. That is phlebitis, surgical site infection, pleurisy, QT, VAP. There are other also. So details I'll provide you in the another coming video, okay? And please read the notes when I'm explaining. So these are the nosocomial infection, and you should take care of this, because once it started increases, it will cause major sepsis and it last leads to death also. And the symptoms can be vary, right? So moving to the next slide. These are the agents that cause these infections. So agent can be anything, but for these infections, microorganisms are the agents. Bacteria, fungi, and viruses. I'm not going into the details of the microbiology, but I'll tell you something of this. Actually, bacteria alone cause 90% of the cases. So many people have immunocompromised immune system during their hospital stay, so they are more prone to infection. So there are 3 related factors for HAI: host factor, agent factors, and environment factors. So host factors affect a person's risk of exposure and resistant to infection. So patients admitted to healthcare facilities are usually in a poor state with weakened immune system. So these infectious agents attack those patients. Now the pathways of infection transmission. So droplet and airborne paths are the direct transmission path occurring via the infected humans or animals. Pathogenic droplets that are produced during speaking, sneezing, or coughing reaches to the mucous membrane of the upper respiratory tract, where they propagate, right? You can see this slide. Now antimicrobial resistance happens when microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, viruses, or parasite change when they are exposed to antimicrobial drugs such as antibiotics, antifungals, antivirals, antimalarials, right? The growth of antimicrobial resistance has prompted calls to reduce unnecessary antibiotic use. Now, this is very important part to control the infection. As you can see in the PPT slide, that there are so many infection control practices, starting from the hand hygiene till the cleaning and disinfection. And this can also vary from high to mild also. So there are so many subcategories to prevent the infection, like transmission-based precautions, then immunization, and one of the major part of the infection control is awareness. So training is very important. Now, moving to the infection control, hand hygiene. So hand hygiene include hand washing and hand rubbing. Here I have displayed 7 steps of hand washing as per WHO, and also you can visit my channel to see the video on hand hygiene with demo. So hand care comes under hand hygiene. So along with the hand washing, your hand care is very important. Cut your nails, do not wear rings while on duty, take care of your cuts and abrasions, proper taking care of your hands with derma cream to avoid chapping and skin problem, because every time washing your hands will make your hand chapped, right? So now you can read my published article in Quality Council of India. which is on introduction quality culture in healthcare sectors, patient safety, and nosocomial infection. Here you can get all the details of how you can incorporate standards of hospital infection control of NABH, that is chapter 5, to control the HAIs. So the most important aspect of this system is an effective surveillance program that involves a continuous monitoring of HAI. So surveillance could be active, targeted by trained investigators, and by risk adjusted rate for comparison. So active surveillance involves the identify the infected patients and identifying the rates of infection and incidence. So the rate could be analyzed monthly, and the incident could be anything like outbreak. Okay. So thank you for today, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye. Thank you guys for watching this video, and soon I'm going to release the part 2 of this video, which contains the detailed information of types of HAI and their vendors, but only after completion of all the requested topics. See you soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care and stay safe.